Hello, my name is Dr. T. Bud. How can I help you today? Fran, I got into a car accident and ever since I can't experience chocolate the way I used to. It it tastes bland and other food tastes the same. Yeah, but chocolate's my favorite food and I really need your help. We're gonna have to run like 50 tests and it's gonna cost you a lot. Is that okay? Oh, anything for chocolate. Alright, so we got the results. The accident. That must have irreparably damaged your Godiva gland. My Godiva what? Godiva gland. It secretes cocomine, which is the hormone responsible for the experience of chocolate. Okay, that sounds almost made up. Can I get cocomine transferred from other people? No, it's impossible to collect human cocomine. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Life without chocolate? Oh my god. Please don't throw up here. There is one solution, but it's not even worth hearing. What is it? Throw me a bone here. Speaking of bones, so puppies don't usually produce cocomine, but they can be stimulated to do so if you put them under a lot of stress for a long time. So presumably, if you torture and then butcher puppies, you could get cocomine, but I mean, who would torture and butcher puppies? Yeah, who would do that? Well, thanks, Doc. I need to go. Okay, sorry I couldn't help. No, you've been of great help. Shut up! Anything for chocolate. The thought experiment that this short film is based on is called Fred's Basement, from philosopher Alastair Norcross's 2004 paper, Puppies, Pigs, and People, Eating Meat and Marginal Cases. The argument of the paper is as follows. Premise 1. Fran's behavior of torturing and butchering puppies for her gustatory pleasure is morally impermissible. Premise 2. The behavior of those who knowingly support factory farming, such as consumers of meat from factory farming, is morally indistinguishable from Fran's. Conclusion. Therefore, such behavior is also morally impermissible. Norcross discusses 3 possible objections to his argument. First, I, an individual meat eater, am in a different position from Fran. Fran could have given up chocolate and have no puppies suffer. But even if I give up meat, the choice won't make any difference to the animals. To this, Norcross points out that the industry must respond to the behavior of certain large numbers. And being part of that number enables you to save at least a portion of the animals. Your conversion will reduce the time required to reach the next threshold where the industry would have to produce less. And your conversion will also influence others to make the same decision, and they will influence others, and so on. The second objection also says meat eaters are different from Fran. The doctrine of double effect, which I also made a skit of, says the following. It is sometimes permissible to bring about an effect that is merely foreseen, even though the same effect could not permissibly be brought about if intended. For example, it may be permissible to bomb an area to get the enemy to surrender, while merely foreseeing and not intending the death of civilians. At the same time, it won't be morally permissible to bomb an area for the purpose of killing civilians. Similarly, Fran intended for puppies to suffer so they may produce cocomine, but meat eaters don't intend for the suffering of animals. To this, Norcross suggests modifying the thought experiment a little bit. What if drain cleaner had to be forced down the throat of a conscious puppy for it to produce cocomine? Now, Fran wouldn't intend the suffering of puppies by doing this, but we wouldn't think any better of Fran. The third objection denies that what Fran did was morally impermissible to begin with. Humans have a superior moral status to animals, and so it is morally right to give more weight to human interests than to animal interests. And the traditional view since Aristotle has been that rationality is what separates humans from other animals. As Mary Ann Warren put it, humans are uniquely capable of being moved to action or inaction by the force of reasoned argument. To this, Norcross says to consider marginal cases. What about humans, perhaps severely retarded, that do not possess such levels of rationality? Can we experiment on them and treat them as morally inferior to exceptionally sophisticated animals? Now, what do you think of these objections and Norcross's response? If you're a meat eater like myself, do you agree that your behavior is morally indistinguishable from Fran's? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe so I may produce even better videos for you. Then have a philosophical week.